I'm out on a wee adventure and I've got a new tent to show you. It's a Robens tent and it's a Seeker 2 LW, lightweight. It's meant to be 1.7 kilos, but I measured it and it was closer to 1.9 kilos. I've not tried putting this tent up yet, so this might go a wee bit slow. I have had it out of the packaging and I've made sure all the pegs and the inner tent's there and everything like that, and it's all in alright condition. But yeah, this is the first time setting it up, and I'll stop in between and let you know what I'm thinking. It's not a review though, because I've not used it yet, just kind of a first look. This away safe so it doesn't blow away. So this tent, you do have a narrow side and a wide side. The narrow side's 90 centimetres and the wide side's 120 centimetres. So wind's coming from this direction, put the narrow side here. I'm not going to look at the instructions. Wee repair kit in there. That's the pegs. They're light enough. We'll see how I get on with them. They could do with being a wee bit longer. Pegs are easy to change though. So you can't actually tighten these up, which means if you've got a rock in the way, it can be a bit of a pain. No rocks for me though. So all poles are the same size. I hope. There's a wee extra pole in there as well. That's the wee repair section you get. So that should just slide over a pole like that and fix any breaks. A bit of tenacious tape to hold it in place. The poles themselves are actually a wee bit shorter than normal poles, so if you're bike packing or you want a pack size small, they'd be ideal. So it is inner setup first, and this is the first configuration where you just have the inner tent as a bug net. So I'll show you some features before I put the fly sheet on. First feature is this wee hook here for hanging wet gear, they say. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be of any use to anything. I'd prefer just a loop, and then I could use the carabiner or something like that if I chose to use it. They said helmets. I don't know, maybe a water filter. The zips are quite smooth. Bramble can't wait to get in. You have wee pockets there to stash the doors in. and you've got them at either side. This will all need to get cut off. That's going to annoy me. One big massive pocket there, and a line for hanging socks that are wet on, or as I like to do, and hang my glasses on to make sure I don't roll over onto them. I'll put all the types of materials used in the video description. Can't remember them off by hand, and it's easier if you've got them written down to look up. I know the poles are some sort of aluminium. I think it's a 5000 hydrostatic head on the ground sheet, but yeah, all in the description. So the aluminium poles have got a bend in them just at the bottom, which gives you a wee bit more height as well. I've never liked the idea of a tent that sets up inner first. In Scotland, there's always a chance of rain, and it's best if you've got a tent that can just be set up all at once, with the inner and the fly sheet together. However, it's a 3-season tent, but it's going to be my summer tent. It's for taking bramble out in, so there's that extra bit of space, and if it brambles out, it's going to be good weather. Right, so let's get the fly sheet on. Right, so I've just found wee red tags there. So I assume on this there'll be wee red tags as well. And that'll tell me which way round it goes. Wee red tags. And they just clip in like that. The other thing is with inner pitch first, you never seem to get things aligned properly. I'm hoping once I do the guys and things, it'll be okay. So on the entrance, it does have a wee band there that you can put over the peg as well to prevent zip creep. If it's very windy, there's a good overlap there as well to prevent rain getting in. Did find wee velcro loops that's used for attaching the fly sheet to the poles. Holds it a wee bit better in place, but it's still not great. So there's one of the other configurations. We've only got the fly sheet on half and the other half rolled up. I've not done it that well, but I'm not keeping it like that, I've just done it to show you. So for the guy lines, we've got these wee things. And all it does is store your guy lines nicely. Doesn't weigh much, but I suppose another thing you could cut off. So let's give you a look around the outside. I've actually lost a peg already. I'm sure it'll turn up. Really struggling to get it tight. I don't know if it's because it's very uneven ground, or I just need to get used to it. So, 2 doors. This one is obviously got a wee bit of rain guard on it, and a 2-way zipper, so you can open that for more air, or a keek out in the morning. Both doors roll back though, not ideally. That's what the other side's for. This one doesn't have the rain guard, but the zip goes all the way up to the top, and then you can tie those doors back. Probably even have a trekking pole with a tarp line onto it. I've got one of them with me, so I might try it. Seen these things in a few tents as well for more ventilation. You just loosen that and then tighten this up, and it pulls it all up. Still got plenty of the nylon-y kind of inner part, so it won't get wet. It's not bad actually. I'm going to unpack the rest of my gear and then I'll show you inside. It's me all set up in a stunning location. So I'm 6'3" and the lantern's banging off my head, but I've got plenty of space. One side and then Bramble's side. Kind of feel like Bramble's getting more room. So I've got my head pretty much touching, and then I'll show you the feet space. So there's good enough room there. It's 215, so nobody should have a problem really. Ideally you wouldn't have your head below this. However, the wind's coming this way, it's sloping this way, and that's how I've got to lie. That's the space to the side of me. Very snug if it was two people, but you could fit two people in. Grand for me and Bramble. There you go, that's it with a simple trick and pull to give you a wee bit of shelter from the wind. That's the space you've got in the porch. It's a decent size, 60 centimetre at its widest point. On the other side, it's just the same. That's my 75 litre rucksack lying flat, so it's a good size. Just went to stick my head out and you've only got a one-way zip on this side. Oh dear. So, after a night of sleeping in the tent, a few things that I've kind of noticed. Obviously the front bits I was complaining about are a wee bit saggy, but I think that's just the uneven ground. Not perfectly pitched at all. These tie backs, they're good, they're long enough, they do a good job, but two of them's a bit extreme. Could have done with one. This hook that we've got on both sides is a bit pointless. And the place for one of these wee hooks surely would be up there. You've only got a ring there, which if you've got something like that, it means you've got to pull it to bits, and I don't know if you can see it's already scraped and everything like that. It would be easier just to be able to hang it on like that. One big thing is I can't see any air vents at all. You can obviously open this side of the tent a wee bit, which I've done, and then you can pull up these corners like I showed you before. This side of the tent, it's only got one zip. I would have quite liked another zip there just to be able to peek out in the morning if you're facing the wrong way. Obviously the side you can peek out to is looking in this direction. This is what I want to be looking at though. I may untie these, get rid of them. I don't think I'll ever use them. I personally would have liked another pocket. I've been using the door pocket at that side for my phone. However, this is the narrow side, and my head would normally be at this side where there's nothing. So one up that side for my phone would have been good. I did pitch the narrow side facing up the hill because that's where the wind was coming from, and it was a strong wind. However, I think I would just ignore that in future so that my head could face the other way. The doors are fantastic. This door opening right out, being able to see everything, sit in it, it's brilliant. And then obviously you've got your more normal door. It didn't rain last night at all, so I didn't test this out really, but that'll keep your rain off you a wee bit. First impressions of the tent, I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to get it out again, put it through a more thorough testing. I'm not going to recommend it or anything like that yet. I'm not going to not recommend it, but I'm going to hold my final verdict until I've used it a few more times. If you've got any questions or anything like that, leave a comment and I'll try and answer them. Right, I'm going to get a coffee on, some breakfast, get Bramble fed, and then get back down. It's too cold to be hanging about.